My name is Audrey. Represent EASTAFRI TV and consulting company EASTAFRI Consulting as well. So today, what are we going to be talking about today? It's a subject that is very interesting for most of you or some of you, depending on your situation right here in Canada as an immigrant. So we're going to talk about the immigration at the heart of Canada. So that is the subject for today, and we talk about some key aspects of the immigration here in Canada. Who's staying? What are the targets? And what are the key focus for Canada in terms of immigration as well. So, kuba Tanzania twa Audrey nkaba representa EASTAFRI TV na EASTAFRI Consulting. Uno munsi tuza kuvuga ngene immigration ari umutima uri like nk'umutima central wa Canada. Hama turaza kuvuga sujet ari très intéressant, main sujet ziri main cane cane kuvyerekeye immigration ngaha muri Canada. Tuvuge amatargets bariko bararondera ngaha muri Canada, world targets, and ni bande bashobora kugira amahirwe menshi cane yo kuza ngaha muri Canada. What are those people can have like main chances, like very high rate of successfully immigrating here in Canada? Number one thing is to understand that immigration here in Canada is a very fundamental for Canada's economic growth, because the immigration drive the economy here in Canada, and it is, Canada identify itself as a social or newcomers are seen as people who make the Canadian culture exist, because it's a diversity. Canada is a very diverse country. And it is very interesting to see when you come here in Canada. Somebody who's in Africa, somewhere in Africa, might think, oh, how does Canada look like, right? Really, it is a bunch of immigrants that are living in the same country together to make Canada even a better place to live. Now, most Canadian are like the government. Canada is targeting high-skilled immigrant, right? This is the number one priority for Canada, just to bridge the gap between, the workforce and the economic growth that Canada is looking to achieve. So they target high-skilled immigrant, and they also nowadays, especially since 2026, they've been targeting French-speaking immigrant. So if you want to apply to come here in Canada, you can specifically look for small communities where they speak French and apply from there. Use their program specifically. For example, right here in Canada, Quebec, because they speak French, so they prioritize immigrants who are French speaking, because they want to make sure that the French language does not disappear from the public, because Canada is a bilingual country, if you didn't know, and that's what we're talking about today. And then in terms of understanding the key aspect for the immigration here in Canada, we can understand number one thing that I already spoke about is the economic driver. So the Canada's immigration system, they focus on making sure that they are selecting skilled individuals to fill the gaps in the labor market, and also high growth industries to make sure that the country continue to prosper. That is key. That is the number one thing. And then there's a target for 2026. The targeted immigrations specifically for people who are already here in Canada, who've already applied. They are targeting roughly the total number of people who are getting targeted is 380,000. 380,000 people are targeted to get the PR in 2026. Some Canadians could argue that that number is still high because they feel like immigration is taking away their jobs and stuff like that. But that's not the reality, right? So if you're somebody who's educated and understand the concept of immigration, you could understand that whatever Canadians are saying in terms of the number of targeted skilled or targeted PR that are going to be staying here in Canada in 2026 is not a high number, really, in reality. So 380,000 PR that are going to be staying here, and they're going to prioritize people who are already here, people who have applied already, refugee claimants already, and people who are still in the process of getting the PR, right? So now, if you're looking to apply to get here in Canada now, it might be a little bit complicated because this priority and the target is very tight. So they are prioritizing people who are already here in Canada, who have been already going through the Canadian culture, integration, and stuff like that, and people, French speaking communities, people who are skilled enough to be able to speak French, because the French language is declining, and they want to make sure that they are elevating that language here in Canada, because Canada is bilingual. So number one key aspect, as I mentioned, economic drive for the immigration. So we are the core center of the economy here in Canada, and that's very important because that's any a country with no economy is not a country, pretty much. So you understand that the immigration plays a key role in the country here in Canada. So we need you and more people to come, but it's just that it is very tight right now. The target is very tight, but stay tuned. You could have your chance to come in Canada as well. Now, another key aspect for the immigration is the healthcare impact, because the immigrants, they in the health sector, like 25% of nurses here in Canada are from different countries. They are immigrant. You understand the whole population of Canada, around 38 millions or 40 millions Canadians. 25% of those that are nurses are from Africa, from India, from Philippines, from China. And I'm gonna also talk about the main countries that are immigrating here in Canada, so that you know and understand roughly exactly who's coming here in Canada, who's staying where they are, and stuff like that. Now, I'm talking about 25% of nurses here in Canada, so there are immigrant. Let's talk about doctors. Let's talk about physicians. 37% of the labor market that are in the healthcare industry, physicians, 37% are immigrant. They are coming from different countries. They are coming from Africa. They are coming from India. They are coming from the Philippines. They are coming from China and more. How about dentists? We have 45% of dentists that are immigrant. So you understand the impact of immigration here in Canada, economic driver and the healthcare industry as well. We represent a very high number in the healthcare industry. So without immigration, without the immigrant, we cannot prosper here in Canada. That is simple as that, right? So 25% nurses, 37% physicians, and 45% dentists are immigrant. So now, what are the shifting in terms of demographics, right? What are the countries that are mainly applying to come here in Canada? You might know this already, or you might not know yet, but I'm here to tell you because today we're discussing about like a broader subject, just to ease the days and all previous videos that I've been discussing previously. Now, I want to bring something that can touch a broader range of people because, I know the immigration is a key sensitive issue that everybody want to touch on because it can change your entire life. It can change your even your financial situation, right? So that's what we're talking about today. In terms of shifting in demographics for the immigration, we talk about the countries that are mainly immigrating and coming here in Canada. So we have India. India has a high number of immigration coming here in Canada. Many Indian people are leaving their country to get a better life here in Canada, and China as well. So you might think China is the second powerful nation in the world, right? But if you see the number of immigration, the number of immigrants, Chinese immigrants that are coming here in the country, in Canada, you will be surprised. We have many Chinese people here in the country that are well established doing businesses here in Canada. And sometimes I wonder and I ask myself, why? Why Africans? I don't see many Africans doing businesses here in Canada. And it doesn't really matter if you speak their language or not, if you integrate it and stuff like that. Chinese people can come here without even speaking a single word in French or English, and they establish business and prosper here in Canada. Why not for Africans? We need to start strategizing and thinking about how we can help each other and prosper and do business. Do not just focus of getting a job and working here and there, different shifts here and there. Now think business, think like an entrepreneur, right? So be business minded. That's how you can get rich. That's the only way to get rich. You will never be rich if you're working for someone else. That is the key basic concept of getting rich. Make your own business and make more money than working for a company or a specific individual. So I'm talking about India, and then China and Philippines. You will see many people from India and China and Philippines as well coming to immigrate here. And very recently, though, we're starting to see grow from African people, African countries, Middle East and Latin America as well. They are coming here in Canada. Those are the main immigration demographics that I can name. They are immigrating here in Canada and they make the workforce as well. Among the percentages of healthcare nurses and physicians and dentists, you're gonna find many Indian people. You're gonna find many people coming from China, many people coming from Philippines as well, and many people coming from Africa and Middle East and also Latin America. They make the total percentage of people working in the healthcare industry. Now, we when we're talking about immigration, the country has to be well positioned. The country has to be well positioned to receive the immigrant, right? We talk about the systemic focus. What is the country focusing on, right? Why do they set a target and said, hey, immigration for this year is going to be 380,000? Why do we have that target? Why do we set that target as a country? Because we positioning ourselves to make sure that we better align the immigrations that coming in, the immigrant are coming in with the infrastructure that we have and the housing as well that we have, and then the policies in terms of infrastructure policies and stuff like that. So that has to align. You're not going to be receiving thousands, millions of people and you cannot take care of them, because one thing that you need to understand, guys, is that once you're coming here in Canada, you need few things. As a newcomer, you need to integrate into the economy. So the government is subsidizing some agencies to help you find a job, right? They are subsidizing housing, right, to be able to find a place to live. You understand that if you're coming in Canada, most of us, we came with empty hands, we came with empty pockets, because you don't have anything. You're just immigrating. Some are seeking refugees, asylum claimants, and stuff like that, and you don't have nothing to like some basic needs like housing and food and shelter and stuff like that. So government is subsidizing all of that to be able to welcome you here in the country, here in Canada. And what happens is that comes with a cost. It comes with a budget, and then they have to make sure that they do align with the number of people that are coming here in Canada and the infrastructure, the housing, and also the policies that they have um, to be able to welcome those immigrants, because it is costly, yes, and but we need immigration because they're going to drive the economy, as I mentioned before. Now, there are some policies that are out there that can contribute to receiving many immigrants coming into Canada. For example, right now we have a new prime minister. He's focusing on the economic growth. He's focusing on the international affairs. He's focusing on the international relationship with different countries here and there, and he's focusing on building Canada, buying in Canada, and making sure that we buy Canada, we build and buy from Canada. We become our own customers, and then uh, partner with different countries here and then that are willing to partner with us and build a stronger, even better Canada. So now, if we hear that they are subsidizing housing, for example, they are building more houses, the more houses are going to be available, the more infrastructure that are going to be out there available, and the budget, that's going to position the country to be able to say, hey, you know what? Right now, we are ready to welcome more immigrants, right? That's when you guys can start applying and have a high success in coming here in Canada. And that's from my prediction, it's going to start from 2027. 2027, 2028 onwards, you guys are going to be having more chances of willing, or more chances of being able to come here in Canada. So now, as I mentioned, they focus on high skilled immigrant and francophone speaking right now, and then they're targeting people who have been here in Canada already and applied here from in Canada as well. So now, that is a very interesting subject, a very interesting key topic. And then, if you have questions, if you want to know more, it's very important that you reach out, you ask, and then we'll be here to guide you. There are many programs that are helping people to come here in Canada. For example, you guys know that there will be a World Cup here in Canada, la Coupe du Monde. Ça va se passer exactement ici au Canada et aux États-Unis, à Mexico aussi. Donc, it's going to give you guys more opportunities to be able to come here. If you want to apply for a visa and want to be coming in here in Canada to watch the World Cup, reach out to me. I can help you be successful and get a visa, come here in Canada, watch your World Cup, and then if you want to go back, go. If you want to stay, you know what to do. Do not ask me. I will help you. Don't worry. All right. So, guys, that's what I wanted to tell you today. I was talking about the immigration, and we did talk about some key aspects of immigration here in Canada, and we talked about what are the drive for the immigration here in Canada, and how important the immigrations are here in Canada. And I think it's something that can help you guys have a better understanding of why do we set the targets, why Canada said, oh, we need these people, instead of letting everybody come in Canada, right? All right, so that's what I wanted to talk about today. It is a very quick subject because I don't want to go into the details. Immigration is a very uh, broader subject or topic that has different different details, different scenarios, and here and there. We can talk about it until next morning. We won't finish it. But if you have a detailed or specific question and you want to ask me about how you can come here in Canada, do not hesitate to reach out to me. And if you want to watch the World Cup again, I'm repeating it, contact me. I will help you make sure that you come here and watch the World Cup in 2026. Thank you, everybody. My name is Audrey. I just wanted to share a little bit about the immigration, and have a good Sunday. Today it's in Canada. It's in Sunday here in Canada. I just wanted to jump in quickly and make this video so that I can connect with you guys. Do not forget to subscribe, comment, and